First, let me, Yong Kaho, introduce to you all our group members. Our group leader, Muhammad Haikal bin Muhammad Fuad, Muhammad Hazin, Adil Asmi, myself, Yong, and Muhammad Haikal bin Bahari.
Hello there. I'm going to talk about project progression, meaning the flow of our project from start to finish. After we formed our group, we held a group meeting through Google Meet to discuss on what topic should we do. Through our brainstorming session, we talked about maybe doing about politics or even about economics or even other crucial issues that were going on in Malaysia. And as a group, we collectively decided to do the topic of financial difficulties among UM Foundation students, as that is one of the most crucial and critical issues that not just UM Foundation students face, but also every other university students face. We pitched this idea to Dr. Azla and we got her approval. After that, we held many other group discussions to discuss on how to do it, what to do, and what tasks should be done, and how to distribute tasks to each and every other group member. For instance, I'm going. My part is about solutions, and then the other one is about introduction and conclusion, and so on. After we finished our group report, we reviewed it as a group and corrected some mistakes that were being made, and then after that, we did a video.
Next, I'm going to present the introduction of our report. College life is energetic and challenging for most students. They leave their parents and live alone. Choosing and handling their own accounts for their settlement are just a small part of the road barriers they will face. Making a reasonable plan and focusing on step by step as much as possible can help them to withstand changes with minimal pressure. In addition, the currency situation of the world can be traced back many years. These rapid developments have caused a huge change in the financial mindfulness of everyone on the entire planet. The ability and information about their own cash plan is vital to everyone because it will enable them to determine their own budget and expenses. Nevertheless, financial management among undergraduates is still an unacceptable state. Because many of these people today can undoubtedly assume obligations after graduation. The reason for this inspection is to recognize the financial challenges among college students. The Foundation College students in University Utara Malaysia were selected as an objective respondent for the survey.
Assalamualaikum. So I'm going to talk about objective. The overall aim of this study is to observe the challenges that UM Foundation students face in managing their finances. Aside from that, there is another sub-goal in this research, and the first is to identify why financial conflict arises among UM Foundation students. The second is to make students aware of the importance of taking care of finances while in studies, and the last is to enhance students' knowledge in the context of managing finances properly. Problem statements. Financial problems are one of the main issues for students in living life as students of public institution of higher learning or IPTA. The study that has been done is specific to the foundation management students of University Utara Malaysia. Most students do not know how to manage their financial well, especially foundation students who have just stepped into the realm of school to the realm of university. At the IPTA level, do not only finance but also many other aspects that need to be managed, such as academic involvement and provision of daily necessities. Therefore, in this case, it is a challenge for students to face it more maturely. However, until now, students continue to face financial issues, specifically conflicts in income and expense distribution during the studies, especially throughout the economic downturn. Then methodology. For research purpose, quantitative methodology is implemented to collect relevant data. It involves survey on Google Form as some findings require opinion by respondents. It also includes review on online research like website and articles. The research methodology is acknowledged and discussed between group members in the beginning of the research to ensure that it helps to collect accurate and reliable data. And then the survey consists of 4 questions, which includes demographic elements like gender, age, and also opinion-based question for the respondents regarding the research topic. And the target audience in this research consists of Foundation of Management University Utara Malaysia students. This survey was answered by 80 respondents, and the detailed question is as below. The first is what is your gender, then what is your age, the third is which are the financial difficulties you face most right now, and the last is which do you think is the most effective solution to solve the financial difficulty. The following tool is a review of online research documents, which contains content such as articles and websites. The method of reading articles is used in this study to enhance understanding of the topic. This is crucial to avoid misunderstandings by ensuring that the terms and theories are clear. This method also helps to give an overview of the findings. And next, the website helps in the collection of additional material that engage with the subjects and seeks to strengthen the points. And this is another opportunity to see if the discussion has sufficiently authoritative facts.
Assalamualaikum. Most of our responses, the majority of them is female, which is 64.3%, and the male 35.7%. And the majority of them is 19 years old, which is 78.6%, and 31.4% still 18 years old. Type of financial difficulties having by the student. So the first one is the terrible spending habit, which we can see there at the pie chart. It took about 28.6%. So most of the students having this spending habit in their life. So the second one is the green one and the blue one, which is low income and saving money. And the third one is in the orange one, most of the students hard to know which thing you need to buy or don't need. And the fourth one, most of the students already can manage well in the purple side, and the blue one, the students still practicing budgeting. These are the difficulty they're having by the students to saving their money. The first one is saving money. Saving money become hard if the person decides to themselves. Next is terrible spending habit. Spending habit is a normal, but if we can control it, it's become a terrible one. So the person who cannot control well their own cash flow when they have cash in their hand or digital money, whereas they have their own saving money in their online banking such as Bank Islam, Maybank to you, CMB Click, and also they cannot control their spending habit buying online or buying cash. Based on the pie chart above, we can see that only a few people that already can manage well. This person they have share with us a few tips below. If we can see in the next slide. The second pie chart above, we can see that most of the students have a low income, which is come from the low income family. So the problem is mostly faced by the underprivileged student like the V40 groups. So this person or this student, they need to struggle in their studies to get the scholarship, and luckily for the foundation student, they have BKA, which is Bantuan Kewangan Asasi. The next is most of the students still practice budgeting. They need to stick to the plan and regularly check the balance in their cash or in their online banking. This can avoid them from being overspending on their needs. Most of the students have to know which thing you need to buy or don't need. They still cannot identify their needs and want because they are used to buy what they want, and they cannot put aside what they don't need. So to prevent this from happen, the student can stick to their listing just to buy what they want and on their list to avoid from overspending.
Assalamualaikum. So now I want to discuss about reason why students choose those difficulties that they face right now in the scary situation with COVID-19. Okay, so first, it is because they are simply indecisive. It means the student is undisciplined in managing their finance by spending as they please as long as they have money. It means the students never mind about their current finance because they think they still have the money to use, and that will lead the students to face finance problem. Okay, so the second one, it is because they love online shopping. As we know, online shopping is worldwide now. So online shopping is very easy to use and saves times. So students will buy their items without noticing that they have already exceed the spending limit. And this also will lead them to face the finance problem in with this current situation. Okay, so the third one is because they have online banking. As we know, banking is the easiest way for them to spend more things, especially online purchase, such as they use the online banking to shopping in online, such as Shopee and Lazada. There are many online banking that had been used now, such as Maybank to you. Okay, so the last one, it is because the promotion and sale that gives them discounts. Okay, who don't like the discounts, right? So the discounts that has been given makes an item cheaper. This causes students to use their money to give despite the lack of money because they feel it is very worthwhile to buy the item because it is on the sale and it gets more cheaper. So they will use their money to buy the item. I think that's all from me. So we will go to the next presenter.
So I'm going to talk about solutions. Based on our survey, there are 4 solutions. Number 1 is avoiding or limiting online shopping. Number 2 is finding a part-time job. Number 3 is making a budget. And last but not least, number 4 is searching alternatives to replace high expenses. So I'm going to go through each and every one of those solutions to make you understand better. So with online shopping, students can easily buy whatever they want. At the tip of their fingers, they can just press and buy whatever they want. So this has become a problem, and by students avoiding or limiting online shopping, they can save up more. They can save up money for more important necessities that need to be bought, and also they can avoid seeing sales that will attract them to buy goods and services that they really want but really don't need. Moving on to the second solution, which is finding a part-time job. Students expense have begun to accumulate during this pandemic, with them having to buy masks or even having to buy hand sanitizers, or even right now during online classes they have to buy internet in order to join the online classes. And with this, they can do a part-time job in order to gain additional income and not rely too much on their parents money. So if they were to pay for the internet or pay for medical expenses such as masks and hand sanitizers, they wouldn't really have to rely on their parents, but instead they could rely on the payment that they get for doing part-time job. And with this part-time job, they can pay the expenses without having to worrying a shortage of money. That's for step number 2. And then the third solution, which is making a budget. With making a budget, students can easily keep track of expenses and try to prioritize which expense has to be done first. And with budgeting, students learn to set an amount of money to use in a period, and then for the remaining, they can save up in their bank. With making a budget, students learn how to spend their money more wisely and efficiently without having to spend on countless or useless things that they don't really need. And last but not least, the final solution that the students chose in our survey was searching for alternatives to replace high expenses, meaning they will have to sacrifice less branded for the products for less price. For example, if there was like they usually buy 100 ringgit products of cosmetics, but now maybe they can search for alternatives that can serve the same function and purposes as that 100 ringgit cosmetic product. Maybe they can find a much lower price for maybe 75 and so on.
It comes to an end to our presentation. In conclusion, college students are individuals who may be adversely affected by financial problems. They should look for ways to control expenditures to reserve cash. They should also seek encouragement from organizations, guardians, and monetary foundations on cash issues. In this regard, guide them to use the best method of the best assets cautiously. This report was also to remind the college students that finding a solution to the financial difficulties was fatal in university life. It will be pleasant to them who saving money for practice or as a hobby recognize the seriousness of the matter. Students must control themselves well and have a good sense of discipline on it to avoid squander money. It is consistently conceivable to figure out how accomplish the planned objective in the event that you truly need it. That will help with satisfying numerous understudies' significant goal of getting elevated requirement functional abilities in setting aside cash.